Hey everybody, it's Brian the Scrap Guy, and it's Monday, and I wanted to show you some more about the Workshop on the Go Club. I've had a lot of questions, so I'm going to answer most of those at the end of the post today, but I wanted to kind of walk you through just the layout portion, and I'll do the cards later in the week. Here is a mini medleys that comes with the kit itself. It's got brads and photo corners, some grosgrain ribbon, and some buttons. Used almost all of this amongst the projects within the workshop book itself. Some brads were left over so you could use them on another project, and just a little bit of ribbon, but for overall I used most of it. Here is the exclusive B-size stamp set that comes with the workshop. Every workshop on the go comes with a unique exclusive stamp set that you cannot get out of the book. You cannot order it individually. And I just love the way brand new stamps smell and feel. It's kind of like a new car. Has a very unique smell, and I literally use every stamp on that sheet in the workshop. So you really get the first use out of it. So here's the workshop guide. We're going to do the layout today. Here's your cutting guide. It shows you exactly what papers and what size to cut. Here's all of the instructions for the layout. And then here is what your layout map looks like. And really, it's very simple. Everything's labeled A through whatever. And then here's the back side. And these are the cards that I'll show you later in the week. Again, all of the step-by-step instructions and the map. So really, the cutting guide. So it makes it very easy for you. This particular kit makes one double-sided layout and 6 cards from the workshop guide, and then you still have just about half of the paper. You still have 6 pieces of pattern paper that you've not even touched, and about 3 pieces of cardstock. So you've got plenty, and this is what's left over, plenty of paper at the end. So what I did was I laid out all of the cutting guide. I went ahead and penciled it in so you could see how it mirrors back to the cutting guide for the example here. More bang for your buck. You get tons of paper. So this is all the paper that I didn't even touch in preparation for the workshop. So double-sided, and there's some cardstock left. I know I just said that a minute ago. But I think that you really get a lot for your money, so you have plenty to get going. So let's get started cutting. After I've laid everything out and penciled it in, I usually don't pencil it in, I just start cutting. And I cut everything for the layout and for all of the cards at once, so all my cutting is done and I can get right into the exciting part of actually making the graphs. Presto changeo, all the cutting is done. And here you'll see just a big pile of stuff, but it's all labeled just like the workshop guide, so you can easily find the pieces that you need. I'm going to separate it out into 2 piles, one for the layout and the other for the cards, so it'll make it easier to focus on one project at a time. But we're going to focus on the layout for today. And in terms of prep work, I used 2 of the exclusive ink pads for the edging, because if you've watched my videos or seen my project, you know that I love to ink the edges. And I used the sponge and just kind of dabbed it around the edges. And I think that it gives it a little bit more character. I also brought in the Cuttlebug because I wanted to add a little bit of texture. So just because the workshop guide doesn't say that you can do it doesn't mean you can't. So I used one of the big new Cuttlebug folders, the polka dots, and did all of the photo mats, the brown photo mats with the new polka dots. And I like the white core cardstock because it kind of gives it an aged look right up front without ever having to sand it. So pretty easy. Onto the workshop guide. It's very simple to follow. Here's the workshop guide, and literally it's a roadmap of exactly how to put it together. Every piece is labeled as the same label as when you cut it. So if you write the little labels on the corners, then you should be able to find your pieces quite easily. So here is basically the one side laid out where the pieces should go. And if you start in the corner and work your way out, a corner and an edge, you can easily get the whole page laid out in less than 5 minutes if you have all of the pieces. So this is what the page is going to look like when we're done. And this is it laid out before I start Again, magic of television, we move right into the finished layout. So here's the two pages together after I've put everything down, and you can see that I cuddlebugged. I've stamped everything. I have used the Cricut and cut A Sweet Life, which is the same title they ask in the workshop to stamp, but I didn't have the stamp set. So I really like Lyrical Letters cartridge, and I think it worked well here. I used a journaling stamp from another Close to My Heart stamp set to add some lines so I could use handwriting. These are some of the embellishments that came in the kit. I used jute instead of the chocolate string because that's what I had on hand. And you can see that that Cuttlebug folder really added a lot to the layout. I just left the title there so that if you read it later or see this later, you can know what kit it was. And, you know, a little bit of ribbon. I like the clustering of embellishments, and that happens a lot with Close to My Heart. So the pages are very balanced, but I really like how that Cuttlebug folder turned out. A lot of the stamps on this one were second generation, so you stamped it off so the ink wasn't so harsh. But it was really simple and a lot of fun. So if you're interested in joining the club, email me at the address below and we'll get you signed up. Later in the week, I'll show you the cards because there's 6 of them. So you got one layout and 6 cards. So thanks for watching and have a great day.